our next topic, and we're going to be talking about Mike P. The okay, so how bad that this was a huge story. So how bad did this look for Mike P?
Um, this probably like it's probably second to what Ryder did. Like this is the second best execution of that angle, other than Ryder, because Ryder was the original. He was the reason for this angle. So like nobody's gonna do it better than him. But Geechi, that was crazy. I thought like by now I thought the angle would be kind of old, you know what I'm saying? You would get tired of the shit, but I don't know the way Geechi did it. He did it.
He kind of reinvented
He
it.
he did it like you would think he don't fuck with Mike P at all. You would think he like, man, fuck this guy. I don't respect this guy. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of shit he was saying was fighting words, bro. He was calling him a bitch. He was talking about his wife. It's not his girlfriend no more. It's his. Didn't Mike P marry her?
Yeah.
I think they're married, so it's his wife now. You're talking about his wife now. So Geechee went up there with all the disrespect, and Mike P. He has to do something. He has to like try and right around to rebuttal that, man. Like like spend a little time talking about that, man. You gotta address that. You can't keep going through battle rap and not really address it. You know what I'm saying? Like let us know how you feel about that for real, man. We need to know, man, because it's like you try like on the outside, you trying to act like it doesn't bother you. It bothers you. It bothers you. I could see it when he did his round. His round. I mean, Mike P was saying some fire shit. Mike P had some bars, but Geechee,
Uh,
man, Geechee, man, Geechee, that's the best execution of it I've seen since Ride
dude,
Up.
dude, he won the battle off the first bar when he was like, "This is History Month. Just because you play Call of Duty, that why you keep giving us Black
Black.
Ops." I was like, man. Then as he went through the dude around with the part when he says when they kept on saying use a bitch, and then you had the entire building saying it. You even had Little Slap saying it. When you got Little Slap saying it, that should be embarrassing. You got a little kid calling you a bitch, and come on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
um Geechee did them dirty, man. This looked really bad. This was the worst one. I thought the Rider one was bad. I thought the bill collector one was bad, but this was topped it all off because you had the crowd involved, and Geechee. People forgot about the situation, and he brought it back, and I think it's just gonna stay with him. And I think the part that really hurted him was that he didn't really rebuttal it. He was just talking about Street Fighter and Dragon Ball Z. And like, I mean, come on, man. Like, and I think at that point, the crowd didn't care what he had to say.
Right.
So, Do you think that do you when Geechee finished his round? Is there anything that Mike P could have said to say, okay, man, he's won me back with this round?
Mike, I don't know, man. Like I said, Mike P, he could have tried to rebuttal it. Maybe he need to have some like pre-wrote rebuttals about that or something. You know what I'm saying? He has to do something, man. He has to like. I mean, I don't think it's nothing he could have done to get that crowd back. It's not. He had lost that when Geechee went first. It was it was over for him. I mean, but
he,
it probably
you
would
know
have
what?
been worse. It would have been way worse if Mike P would have went first. He probably would have got reaction and all that shit. But if Geechee would have ended with that shit, that's all we would have remembered. Well, that's all we really remember from that
I,
battle.
now I don't think it might be a fair comparison because it's a different situation and people don't look at that person like that. But shout out to Hurricane Do. She gets mentioned all the time when Easy with every time Easy battles. And it just gets more heavy and heavy every time he battles. But Easy, he addresses it. He even has some rebuttals and responses for that. Mike P, he does not have any responses for that. Like he has not addressed that situation. Now that is being brought back, it's gonna keep being used until he addresses it. And if he doesn't, man, I think it's gonna be a rough 2022 for him. Like this is not looking good, and this is really bad, man. Not good for Mike P. Not good for Gutta City. People call him people think Caffeine loves this guy. Obviously he was in the main event with Geechi, and he's been wanting this smoke, man. He's been calling out Geechi, so he asked for it. And once again, I don't feel bad for Mike P and what happened to him. He got what he deserved, man. And Mike P's he's a good battle rapper. I love his battles, but he got what he deserved in this battle, and this is his fault, man. He should have. You're going against Geechi Gotti, man. Really? You're going against Geechi Gotti, the champion of the year,
Right.
the URL's battler of the year, MBS Central's battler of the year.
I think Mike P need to take some time off too, bro. Like I don't know, man. Like this was bad for
I mean,
2020, for 2022 to start off like that for you, man. And you
oh,
know what I'm saying? A one round at that. You know what I'm saying? And he rapped his whole round and got bodied. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. He didn't choke. He didn't stumble. He rapped his whole round, and nobody even mentions nothing about his round. Everybody just talking about Geechee. Before I even seen the battle, I just looked on Twitter, and everybody was like, Geechee, why Geechee do that and all that. I was like, oh shit, I need to see that.
now before we move on, who took the bigger L? Was it Mike P or was it New Jersey Twerk?
Uh, man, that might be a tie, man. That might be a tie. It might be a tie because both of them was pretty bad. That both of those situations was pretty bad, man. It was pretty bad.
Oh, okay. All right. So going to our next topic. So we had 13 battles on band. Is there any battles that you would like to see for 3 rounds?
Um, I like to see that Danny Sharon. Um,
Yeah.
um, I think Sharon got that though. You know,
Oh
to me,
wow.
I
You so
think
giving
Sharon.
Sharon some love.
Yeah, Sharon got that. Sharon got that clear. He got that clear. Um, I like to see that JC real sick. I like to see that shit. Um, I like to see that Fonz drugs. Fonz he stumbled a little bit, but you know, 2 more rounds. Who knows? Fonz might could have took those. You know what I'm saying? But drugs was fire. Drugs was fire. Um, I don't want to see that Geechee Mike P. That'll
What
be
about
like a body
what
if he
about
did
Rum?
2 more rounds.
Yeah. What about Rum and Nun Nun?
Yeah,
Because they had that battle pretty close.
I like to see that, and I think none got that. Low
Oh
key,
wow.
low key. None
So
got that.
Nun Nun and Rum Nitty and JC was it no, it was T Top. It was T Top
And EK,
and
yeah,
Emerson Kennedy. That
that
was
was
a
straight.
bit. It was the when he had the lights off. that was a huge moment on Ban.
Right.
And then when T Top mentioned the red and blue, um,
That shit was crazy.
so, yeah, so I would like to see a rematch of that. I would actually like to see Sharon and Danny Myers for three
Right.
rounds. Um, I think Kid Chaos and B Dot would be interesting also. Rum Nitty and Nun Nun. I think there's a couple battles that I do like to see on there. So going to performance of the night, man. Who had the performance of the night?
Um, I'm gonna go with Geechi, man. Geechi.
Wow.
I mean, Geechi, man. Geechi. It wasn't like he was like punching his head off, man. It's just Geechi knew how to battle him, and he battled him to the like max. You know what I'm saying? He everything a battle rapper can do in a battle, Geechi did to Mike P to break down his character. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. So yeah, I gotta go with Geechi.
Yeah, I think Geechee, he's like you said, man, all the awards and accolades that he's had, he got that for a reason. And obviously he showed it. So I think he had, a top performance of the night. I think guys that, that could be mentioned, guys like Jack Boy put on the show
Yeah, yeah, Jack
against
Boy,
Chess.
VA shit.
Um Jack, Jack Boy put on the show against Chess. I think Sharon had one of my favorite performances also.
Yeah,
So I think those three were the top performances of the night. But Geechee, man, Geechee topped it all off, man. He had the crowd involved. He had some haymakers, man, and it was a big story to cover after band. So shout out to Geechee and the performance of the night, man. Um,
but hey, what's crazy? I was on one of the spaces, and Geechee was like, he is like, yo, he is like, watch my battle later. I'm gonna make somebody cry. Watch. He
yeah,
said
yeah,
it on, yeah. I was like, oh shit. And then
yeah.
like watching that battle, it was like, yo, he was telling like the truth about that shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, he wasn't playing because he was
Yeah,
like he was like, this is gonna be a lopsided poll because I'm gonna smash this poll and it's not even gonna be close. And even though we don't know the poll and the app for it, um it was um it was dope to see that though. So shout out to Geechee.